remember that growth also feels like loss. I feel like a lot of us, when we have growing seasons in our lives, in seasons that we want to become better, we want more for ourselves and we want more for our lives, it will often feel like loss. A lot of the time we'll lose people around us, we'll lose relationships, friendships, we'll lose part of ourselves. We'll lose a part of ourselves that we never wanted. We never wanted, but we're used to it. And now we don't know what to do with ourselves. We don't know what to do with ourselves because all these people in our life that we used to be friends with, that we used to hang out with, they're gone. They're out of our lives because of the growth that we made. The things that we were doing, you no longer do that. You stopped smoking, you stopped drinking, going out to the club. You stopped doing all these things because you want to grow as a person. You want more for yourself, and that also feels like loss. You tell your friends, hey, I don't really want to drink. Can we do something else? Hey, I don't really want to go to the club. Can we do something else? And they're like, nah, this is what we're doing. We're going to the club, we're drinking, we're smoking. And now you as a person, you're trying to be something better. You want better for yourself, you want better for your life, and now you don't see them anymore. You don't see your friends anymore, and it's loss. You lost all these close people in your life because of the growth. Growth also feels like loss. Growth doesn't always feel like you're gaining something in your life. Yes, you are becoming a better person. You're taking steps towards a better life, but your old life is what is sacrificed. The old self, who you were and what you did, those things are what you lose. You lose people who do the things that the old you used to do. If your friends can't grow with you, then you'll lose them. If your partner can't grow with you, then you'll lose them. And that's something that we need to sacrifice. We need to be able to lose those people, sacrifice those people in our lives in order to become better. And I feel like a lot of us, we don't want to. We don't want to lose our close friends. We don't want to lose our partner, and it stops us and it hinders our growth. It stops us from growing because we're like, but I really want to go and see my friends. But what are they doing? They're going out smoking and drinking. They're staying out late, going to the club. But you want to see your friends, so you go and you participate. You go and you do things that you know that you shouldn't be doing just because you don't want to lose your friends. But because you don't want to lose those people, you don't grow. Your life doesn't grow and you don't grow as a person. I feel like a lot of people, they stay stagnant. Their life stays stagnant because of their friends, because they're not willing to sacrifice those friendships and those relationships. You also need to understand that a part of yourself, you'll lose that as well. A part of who you were, the things that you used to do, you have to kill it. You have to sacrifice those in order to grow. When you're growing as a person, you have to leave certain parts of you behind. And the parts that you leave behind may be a part of your identity, maybe a part of who you used to be, right? You used to be that person who always brought the drinks. You used to be that person who would always go out on the weekends, drink at parties. And now that you don't do that anymore, you don't really know what you do for fun anymore. You don't really know who you are as a person because that was a part of your old self. So understanding that when you grow, you have to destroy certain parts of yourself. You have to tear yourself down brick by brick. And a lot of the time when we do that, we're lost. We don't know who we are because that's who we were for so much of our life. For so much of our life, we were this angry, resentful person. And now that we're trying to be better, we don't know how to react to certain situations anymore. When somebody disrespects us, before our first thought was to disrespect them back, was to throw a fit, was to get angry at them, was to disrespect them. But now that you're trying to be better, you don't know how to react. You don't know how to grow, and that's okay. It's okay because you've never been this version of yourself before. You're trying to be better, and you're so far ahead of other people who aren't trying. You may feel lost But that's okay, because you've never been this version of you before. This version of you have to build up brick by brick. It's going to be a long and lengthy process. It's going to be a process that you don't really know how to navigate through, and it's okay. It's okay to feel lost, but you're more found than ever because you're trying to be better. You're trying to grow as a person. Growth feels like loss, and that's something a lot of us, we aren't prepared to deal with. We're not prepared to deal with the loss of ourselves, relationships, friendships, opportunities, jobs. It could be anything. When you try to grow, when you try to become something better, a lot of things from your old life, your old self, you'll lose. Remember that growth will also feel like loss.